We're doing. Hello, we are Geeks Assembled. Susan's over there. I'm Lee. I'm over here. And today we are discussing a 1978 movie, a fantasy movie, adventure movie, starring Doug McClure. We are talking Warlords of Atlantis. This is the first time I've watched this in a long time. I went to cinema to see this when I was about 8, when they used to do double features. So going back a bit,
Yeah.
and it just popped in my head last week. I thought, you know what, let's see if we can do this one. See if it stood the test of time.
Cool.
So we'll go over to Susan with her opening thoughts on Warlords of Atlantis. Did you know about this movie? Seen it before?
No, I didn't know about this movie, and I didn't know about the creation of this, but I think it was really incredible. It was a really weird movie. It was lots of fun, and there was lots and lots of special effects and stuff. It was really cool for a, what is it, a 50s movie? 70s movie? Anyway.
Yeah, 78. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was really good. And yeah, so I enjoyed the cast. I thought that the premise of a spaceborne meteor or asteroid or something coming and crashing in and like breaking open this ancient world and stuff, and then sucking all these modern scientists down in there was kind of fun.
Mm.
A bit like the three doctors, struggle to take them somewhere and then there's this submarine, basically a little TARDIS, because it actually did seem bigger on the inside. So yeah, there's a lot of similarities between this and a Doctor Who show. So what did you think?
Well, there may be a similarity to Doctor Who because it was written by Brian Hales, who created the it was the Ice Warriors, I think it was.
Oh, nice.
I think it was the Ice Warriors. Yes, an ex Doctor Who writer created this. I think shortly before he died. I think he died in 1978. Yeah, this was it was like a trilogy of Doug McClure movies in the 70s, wasn't there? The Land That Time Forgot, People That Time Forgot, Warlords of Atlantis. Sort of similar storylines, action adventures. Yeah, it's for standing the test of time. You can see the model work now, but when you're an 8-year-old kid, you're just blown away by it. But now someone who's in the 50s, you think, yeah, you can see the model. You can see the creatures are not as good as you thought they used to be. But it's still a good story. It still draws you in. For me, anyway, personally. And you had a good cast in this, as you say. As I've said, Doug McClure, Peter Gilmore, a very famous British actor from movies and TV. Shane Rimmer.
Yep.
Who else did we have? Somewhat a familiar face from a familiar bar. John Ratzenberger.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, he popped up out of nowhere. Yeah, so you had Shid Cerise in this, Daniel Massey. So there's a few well-known names in this. But yeah, for me, it was just a nice to sit down and watch just a good adventure movie.
Yeah, it was a good adventure, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need all the well CGI. You don't have the special effects. I mean, these were special effects back then.
Yeah,
But
they were.
I think this was a successful movie in '78. I think it was about the 15th most successful movie of that year. So maybe there was only 15 movies released that year. I don't know, but
And it was shot in in the Mediterranean and at Pinewood. So
yeah.
I mean, it got all the big budget, obviously.
Yeah, so there'd been like the soundstage in England, and then the location shots in the Med.
Yeah.
But it's still, for me, it's still good to, once you're watching it, the sceneries, it's just amazing to look at.
Yeah.
The way it's shot. So favorite moments, Susan, things you were so keen on.
Yeah, I liked how the submarine went down and had an open like center.
But that's science. That is science. The air will remain in.
Yeah, but the trouble is that the other creatures will get in too.
And it did.
And so this big thing with this big mouth, this big grin, full of teeth, stuck its head up through the little portal into the sub, and surprised the hell out of our sub crew. And the sub crew was transported then because they were suddenly at the bottom, and like then they walked out and they walked into this submerged land anyway, or maybe they space traveled. I don't, who knows. It was a bit of a question at that point too.
This is it. I mean, with the technology they had in this movie, showing Aitken the future, and wanted him to stay because he was more knowledgeable than every of the other people what had arrived.
Right.
So they were sort of trying to push the human race in one direction, I think, with all this knowledge what they had.
I know, and the way that they judged so hard the rest of the crew, that was immense. I mean, it was like, no, you guys are scum, but this one's okay, but the rest of you,
you're scum. Well, you'll be getting gills, and you'll never be able to leave.
Yeah. We'll change you for the better.
Yeah, and also as well, you got the captain of the Mary Celeste down there as well.
Yeah, that's right. Like they answered that question. Like a lot of the good science fiction answers the question of what happened to the Mary Celeste. Apparently, there were some Daleks on board at one point.
Yeah. I mean, going to Peter Gilmore played Aitken as well. He might be a familiar face, if I say Frontios.
Yes.
Yeah, I think, did he play Mr. Range or something like that?
That's right.
Yeah. So there's a connection everywhere.
I know, it was pretty lots of Easter eggs for other things. Anyway,
I mean, what did you think of the octopus? Well, it's the technical name for the octopus is the Sentinel.
Well, I thought it was interesting, and I liked the way it pretty much dismantled their watching ship.
Yeah.
And then by dismantling the watching ship, and then reaching in and grabbing them, and the submersible, the sub was that's where they all hid out.
Yeah, I mean with the scenes with the giant octopus, I thought still sort of stands the test of time. Really, I mean, you can see, it's not high tech, special effects, but it's still
Not like the Pirates of the Caribbean octopus, but or the Kraken in
I mean, what the Kraken in
Class of Titans.
the Harry Hamlin movie. Is it
Oh,
Harry?
uh,
Is it the 80s version or the new version?
I was thinking either one, but the new version is all CGI.
Yeah, but they say the Kraken in the 81 version was all like the octopus. I mean,
Yeah.
this was only 78, so Clash of the Titans was only a few years after.
And that year, in that time frame, a lot of people were really hung up on octopuses that were like that because because that's when 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea was also, it also came out at that time.
20,000 late, yeah.
We've reviewed that, and that had that giant octopus as well.
Octopus, squid, that's all the same.
Yeah, it's true.
But I did like I like the sort of the goldfish helmet-y things for the guards. They were quite good. The design of those.
Oh yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, the way they just. I don't know what they call. Was it just the guards or something? Or were they the warlords? I don't know. But the face, it was just like a mirror, wasn't it? It was just.
Yeah.
That was really well designed.
Yeah, it was.
And I say for the creatures down in Atlantis as well. I can't remember what they were called now. See,
the dinosaurs.
They all had names.
Yeah, I remember that.
There was the Mogdan. As I say, the octopus was called the Sentinel. And poor old little Jacko got eaten by one.
Yep.
Legs coming out of mouth like that.
Yep.
Oh dear. So anything else?
Yeah, all the people in Atlantis were super. It was a bunch of white people.
Mm-hmm.
So that was challenging.
Yeah, and they all had telekinesis.
Yep.
And apparently they came from Mars.
Apparently, yeah.
So, but that's what.
Right, that's why their little asteroid was.
Yeah, and also as well. Yeah, I don't know. It must be a 1970s thing because every sci-fi or alien always had to wear shiny, silvery, foil costumes. It was always silver, wasn't it? In the they don't do it as much these days, but it was a 1970s thing.
No, after the xenomorph, everything that shiny covering for an alien isn't necessary anymore.
They say the upper class Atlanteans were walking around in that silver, like chainmail, lamis, tunic, with the bowl cut hair.
Yeah, the bangs. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was definitely a 70s fashion for the film industry. I don't think it happened in the 60s.
No, it wasn't like no, the 60s was people in pastel colors.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, silver, the 70s.
Yep.
So, anything else before we could go to Final Sense Score?
Yeah, the dialogue was pretty good. Like they had some zingers in there, and it was enjoyable. It should be riff though. It really should.
It mostly will be. I mean, I don't know if it has been.
It needs to have a riff tracks or an MST3K cover of it, because it's so cheesy some places. It's just great.
Cheesier the better.
Yeah.
It doesn't take away from the fun of watching it.
No, it doesn't. That's true.
Okay then, so we'll go to final say and score then.
All right. Well, let me get something out. I will. I'll give this an 8 out of 10. Shiny warlord masks out of 10, and I liked it. I will probably watch it again at some point because it was enjoyable, and it was it was something I'd never seen before. So
we always like to surprise.
Good surprise. Thanks, Lee. So what about you?
Yeah, it was just for me. It was like a little nostalgia trip. Remembering sitting in the cinema with my popcorn, and I can't remember what the other film was on this double bill. It could have been Grizzly Adams or something like that. But it just brought it all back, and when I enjoyed it back then, and I still enjoyed it now. Yeah, it's a little bit dated, a little bit cheesy now. Now looking at it now with older eyes, it's still enjoyable.
Yep.
You don't really need to have high intellect to sit and understand this one. You don't have to have a convoluted story or anything like this. It's just a simple story. Good versus evil, and good escapes the evil. That's it, really.
Yeah.
So that to do, I'm going to go with you on this one, Susan. I'm going to give it 8.
Good.
8 tentacles out of 10. And 8, because they've always got 8. So that's our little review of 1978's Warlords of Atlantis. Go check it out, guys. If you haven't seen it, I fully recommend it. So I'd like to thank Susan for joining me. It's always fun. You guys out there, if you want to join us, if you want to be on these things, talking into a camera like this, having fun, please get in touch with us. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. You can also find us on Instagram. We're all over the place. Just leave us a message. All we ask is you be 18 plus, have a PC, laptop, tablet, phone if you want to do it that way, and with a working camera and microphone. That's all you need to get involved, because we just love to talk movies, TV, audio dramas, music.
Yep.
So yeah, more the merrier. We'll just see if we can fit you in. So have I done everything there, Susan? Let me think.
Subscribe.
That's it. Subscribe, and when you do to the YouTube channel, please press the notification button with the little bell logo, and you'll get notified every time we put something up, so you'll never miss out this fun we have. So that is it for now. So shall we leave them and say bye-bye, and until next week, and tally ho and all like that.
And just be careful when you go out down under the sea that you're protected from the beasts that are down there.
I won't do that because I can't swim.
Okay, be careful. That's right. Okay.